Hello everyone and welcome back. So let's just get right into it. As soon as my mission journal opens. With Temporal Ambassador. This is a fun little mission. So, Geordie LaForge here says, Admiral, Franklin Drake suggested I contact you to assist with a critical mission. We detected an anomaly in the Azure Nebula. Because of the Thulon activity in that area, we're concerned that it may be attempting to open a rift to the mirror universe. I need a ship to go out there and check it out. Okay, we can do that. Head to the Janolan Dyson Sphere. Wow. Head to the Janolan Dyson Sphere. Return to the Beta Quadrant and set a course for the Azure Nebula. Warp engines all ahead flank. Captain Starfleet Command reports a space-time anomaly has been seen in this area of space. There's Thulon activity in this region. They want us to check it out and see what we can learn. I have it on sensors, locking coordinates now. That was odd. I'm no longer detecting anything in front of us. I'm picking up a similar, possibly the same anomaly in a new location. I've updated coordinates on the map. A Wells class. Now a D7 battlecruiser. Happened again, the anomaly jumped to a new location. It can't keep doing this forever, sir. You just need to get close enough for our sensors. Out again, science team is working to extend active sensor range, Captain. New coordinates locked in. Anomaly is holding steady at its current location, sir. Sensors are ready for use on your orders. Let's scan the anomaly. And we're now a freighter. Freighter Latex Union Dress, requesting permission to dock at Tholian Base. Permission granted, you're authorized for docking Bay 3.
Do you have a question?
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Franklin Drake. I was born on a little colony world on the edge of Cardassian space. After the Federation fell to the Klingons, a lot of people moved out of the war zones to try to make new lives. It worked. For a while. When the Bajorans discovered that wormhole and the Dominion invaded, no world, no matter how remote, was safe. I signed on to help fight the Dominion, for all the good that did. The Dominion swallowed the Bajorans whole, and then joined up with the Breen and the Cardassians to destroy the Klingons and the Romulans. After that, it was just a matter of carving up the Alpha Quadrant. The Tholians got this piece of space in exchange for signing a non-aggression pact with the Dominion. It wasn't hard to see that the only way to survive was to sign on. Now I'm like you. I work for the Tholians, and in exchange I get a cot, a couple of replicated meals, and the chance to live for one more day. With a little luck, I'll get through tomorrow, too. Do you need anything else?
I'm back with a Techosite shipment.
Thank you, Captain. The Tholian Assembly appreciates your loyalty. So many ship captains threw away their lives needlessly in the days after they annexed this area of space. It'll take a few hours to offload your cargo. Feel free to grab a hot meal in the commissary. I know that comforts can be hard to come by in this sector. I recommend the plomeek soup. It almost tastes like something.
Thanks.
Do you need anything else?
Who is this to talk to? Ah, Verl. Hello, tell me about yourself. I'm Verl, I've been here for about 6 weeks now. Working in the cargo bays, I'm pretty good at fixing things, even the worn out junk the Tholians give us. You look familiar. So do you. Have you been in any other work camps in this sector?
Hello.
Tell me about yourself.
For all I know, you could be informing on me to the Tholians. But if I don't answer, you'll probably tell them I'm hiding something. Fine. My name is Datan. I was born on Romulus. After the war, I signed on to a freighter crew working the Bolian run. My captain got in trouble with the Tholians, and I ended up here. I'm a true and loyal servant of the Tholians, and I don't want any trouble. Now go away and leave me alone. I have work to do. Don't bother me.
Okay, Datan, I won't. I'm leaving. Hello, tell me about yourself. I am Tovin Kev, but most people here call me Chief. I do a little bit of everything: security, ship work, cargo hauling, anything that pays and will get me to the next port. You look familiar. Yeah, seeing you around. Weren't you the one caught cheating in the Tango game under Rosanna? Heard that Ferengi had Nausicaan buddies break your arms. How long were you out of action? I don't remember that. Morn! Geez, Morn's here too.
Have we met?
Tell me about yourself.
You're just asking to be polite, aren't you? I find idle chatter so tedious these days. Still, it's a way to pass the time. My name is Rugen Skyle. I used to be a member of the Cardassian government until I had a conflict with a rival faction. Politics on my world can be quite cutthroat. Now I'm here. It's better than execution, but only just. The food here is terrible, and the company is worse.
Guys, forgot to have him do his voiceover. Tanae. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Tanae, and for many years I served in Starfleet. After the war was lost, I joined a resistance movement attempting to liberate the core worlds. We failed. We were able to keep the Klingons at bay, but not the Dominion and their allies. After the Breen destroyed Earth and the Dominion occupied Betazed, continued resistance was illogical. Against all reason, we continued our fight as our resistance cells fell, one by one. You might say I was one of the fortunate ones. I survived. I would not agree. Do you require anything else?
Let's talk to Vekel Sean.
How can I assist you?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Vekel Sean, captain of the Belfast. I run freight for the Tholians. Basic supplies, mostly. But once in a while, they need me to pick up dilithium from the mines on Remus. We're in dock here for a few days getting some repairs done. Cut too close to the Konos blast zone on my last trip back and ran into some raiders. They won't trouble anyone again. But they fused half my power conduits and fried the deflector before I managed to take them out. If there's anything else you need, let me know.
Understood.
I will be free.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Obasek. Once my people served the Romulans. Now we have new masters. I will serve her now, because to refuse would be my death. But when the time is right, we'll rise up against our oppressors and destroy them. If you would be free, watch for an opportunity. The Tholians will show their weakness soon enough.
Understood.
Do not waste my...
Slamek.
It's too bright in here.
Tell me about yourself.
Why? Why would you care about me? No one cares about me. I don't even care anymore. Go away.
Okay, I will.
Go away.
Well, time to get something to eat. Anyway, dietary supplement 47.
I haven't seen you around here before, Captain. Got a minute to talk?
Tell me about yourself.
Call me Castillo. Not a lot to tell, I guess. I'm Lieutenant J.G. Richard Castillo, Helm Officer of the USS Enterprise C, an unwilling time traveler. I'm normally the Helm Officer, but I'm Senior Officer now that Captain Garrett and the rest of the senior staff are gone. I've got to do what the Captain would want. Get us back to where we belong. And finish what we set out to do. I know this is hard to accept, but we're not supposed to be here.
I'm new here.
I know. I asked around about you, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you this, but I need your help. You're not supposed to be here. None of us are. Not in this timeline, I mean. My ship, my crew, we were supposed to do something important. We went through an anomaly, moved through time, and everything changed. We tried to go back. I guess the battle with the Klingons disrupted the anomaly. Instead of getting back where we belong, we ended up here with the Tholians running everything. I'd never even seen a Tholian before. You have to help us set things right. You have to help us get back to our ship.
What are you talking about? Who is us?
Me and my crew. There are a little over 100 of us here, scattered throughout the work camp. We're about 65 years ahead of where we should be, according to my math. We were fighting the Romulans. This was back in 2344. And the weapons discharges caused a temporal rift. We passed through, and because we weren't at Narendra to do what we were supposed to do, the timeline changed. We ended up in a timeline where the Federation and the Klingon Empire were at war, and the Federation was losing, badly. We tried to go back to set things right, but then the Klingons found us and the Enterprise D, and there's someone here with us from that timeline. Her name is Tasha. I'll take you to her. Maybe she can help explain this.
Lead on.
We need your help.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Tasha Yar. I was Chief Tactical Officer of the USS Enterprise D. In my timeline, we were fighting a war against the Klingons, and I was proud to do my part to protect the Federation. What I learned, though, in the correct timeline, history as it should be, I died a meaningless death. I accepted the risks when I put on the uniform, and I don't regret what happened. But if I'm going to die, I want it to mean something. That's why I chose to go back with the Enterprise C. I know this is a lot to accept, but you have to trust us.
What's going on here?
I'm from Starfleet, and if I'm right, that's a name that should ring bells with you as well. In an alternate timeline from this one, the correct one, Starfleet is still alive and well, and you're a Starfleet officer too. When the Enterprise C moved ahead in time, it created an alternate timeline, one in which I was alive but shouldn't have been. I left with the Enterprise to set things right. We thought we were returning to the Narendra system in 2344 to defend the Klingon colony there from a Romulan attack. We ended up in this nebula in 2409. The Tholians caught us before we could try again, and you can guess the rest. We're going to try to restore the timeline, but to do so, we need the Enterprise C. It's still in the hangar here, and as soon as we get back to her, we'll find the temporal rift and get back to where and when we're supposed to be. To do that, we need your help.
Count me in. What do you need me to do?
Franklin Drake is already helping us. He managed to get an access key used to operate the systems in the hangar control room. We need you to get the code from Drake and use it to open the doors to the hangar control room. I'd go myself, but we've already been here a week. The Tholians know we're trying to get back to the ship. They're watching us. But you're new. They won't suspect you're involved. That's the idea, at least. Of course, it's not as simple as getting the code and opening the door. The Tholians have guards on all critical areas. You'll need to slip past the guards and get into the maintenance tunnels. From there, it's a winding maze to the hangar control room, which can only be unlocked from the inside. Once you get in, you'll be able to open the doors. We'll be waiting there to help you free the Enterprise.
I'll do it. What's next?
Here, take this communicator. It's on a scrambled frequency the Tholians don't monitor, and it'll allow me to contact you while you're on the move. Maybe you can convince someone to cause a distraction. That might make slipping past the guards into the tunnels easier.
Thanks. Bavat.
What do you want?
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Bavat. Before the Tholians conquered the Empire, I was the leader of a great house. I sat on the High Council and spoke for the Empire on more than a dozen worlds. None of that matters now. The past is nothing to a slave. I will die here in service to the Tholians, just like you will. Ask your questions!
Ferric.
You looking for something?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Ferric. Wheeling and dealing is my game. At least it was, until the webheads put a stop to any trade that doesn't benefit them. Still, I know how to get a few things. You looking for bonus replicator rations? Maybe a bottle of authentic pre-war Romulan ale? If you've got something to trade, I've got what you need. Hey, I got things to do here.
Yeah, take a nap on your cot. Tell me about yourself. My name is Satra. I served on a few ships, but cargo haulers don't need science officers, so it's harder to find a berth these days. You don't know of a ship that's looking for a crew, do you? I'm willing to work hard. I'll even cook if that's what the ship needs. Anything to get out of this work camp. You look familiar. Get that a lot? I must have one of those faces.
This place isn't what it's supposed to be.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Neelan. I'm an Alorian. Some people would call me a wanderer. I go from place to place, listening to the universe, to the people. And then I look at you and this place and I can't explain it, but it's wrong. All of it. You're not supposed to be here. None of us are. Something's not right here.
Okay, tell me what is supposed to happen.
I can't see it clearly. I just know that something is wrong. That woman over there. Does she have a daughter? Someone named Sela. I know that's important, but there are a lot of other things. I'm sorry, it's difficult to put into words. What I can tell you is that if someone asks for your help, give it. That will set things right. Something's
Understood,
not...
even I already did that.
Do you have a question?
Yarn Steele said you have a key for me.
Take it. Here's a map too. You'll need it in the tunnels. I still don't know why I'm risking my neck for this. Don't expect any more help from me. The Federation fell before I was born. I shouldn't even care, but there's something about Yar and Castillo. I know they believe they can make a difference. It makes me want to believe.
Thank you, I'll take the risks now.
Do you need anything else?
No, I don't. So, let's see if I can convince Obasek first.
I will be free.
Can you create a diversion for us? We need to get to the control room.
Very well. I can sense you speak the truth. You honestly believe you can make a difference. I will do my best to assist you.
Thanks.
I am not afraid of you, Tholian! For freedom! I see your fear.
Well done. Those maintenance tunnels are a maze. They make navigating the Jeffries tubes on the Enterprise look easy. I recommend using the map to keep track of where you've been, what doors lead away from which room, and where you are currently.
Thank you.
We've hit a snag. There are Tholians in the control room. When they're in there, they pump in a Tholian-friendly atmosphere and raise the temperature. It will kill us if we try to enter. You'll need to replace the methane-based atmosphere with something we can breathe and lower the ambient temperature in the control room before we can continue as planned.
Why would the Tholians put a system in place that would create a hostile environment for them?
The Tholians are very precise. They want to learn everything they can about the ships they're capturing. All rooms connected to the hangars have their atmospheres exchanged to prevent damage to the systems they're dismantling for study. Also, sometimes they force humanoids to do the work for them, so they'll pump in something we can handle.
Makes sense. Tribble coos softly. Elder Tribble, please share your wisdom. Tribble coos for a moment, then rolls gently towards you looking for food. You realize you've been talking to a Tribble, or maybe you've been in these access tunnels too long, or maybe it's the gas fumes. Actively complete, wisest Tribble. He's dead, Jim. Who's Jim? Hacker complete, dead Jim. Nod back to the original series. Okay, there was one more. I want to get all the accolades here. I should remember where the last one is, and I don't. Did they take the last one out? I'll start all the way back from the beginning. There we go. I like complete temporal treasure hunting. I missed that little side door. And now I can finally exit the maze.
I am here to assist.
Looks like
What
the
do you
Enterprise C's
require?
transporters are still online. We can beam the rest of the crew onto the ship before we leave.
What's your specialty?
My first posting in Starfleet was to an ambassador-class vessel. I am familiar with most of the ship's systems, but I spent several months working on a refit of the ship's computer. I am confident I can restore the ship's power levels quickly. Also, I do have some experience with Tholian technology from my time in the Resistance. If you prefer, I could attempt to deactivate the web shield or tractor beams.
I'll have you
I
restore
am
the
here
power
to
levels.
assist.
We need to work together. What do you want me to do?
What's your specialty? I'm thinking of docking clamps.
I was the helm officer on the Enterprise before everything went to hell. But I'm really handy with heavy machinery, like those clamps holding the ship. I know I can take care of those and get us free. If you need me to do something else, maybe I could work on that web shield. It will need to come down before it can fly out of here. Or the ship's power. I know every inch of the old girl. If I could figure out the Tholian interface, I might be able to connect to the ship and restore the power remotely. We need to work together.
We don't have much time.
And you'll be doing a tractor beam, I know that.
Overriding security protocols.
Ship's power restored.
I'm changing the targeting subroutines for the tractor beams.
Docking clamps are
Tractor
released.
beam is disabled.
Alright, people, let's go.
I thought you deactivated all the security protocols.
Come on, where's the other accolade?
She's quite a ship. It's too bad we'll have to sacrifice her to restore the timeline. Do you want me to do that for you? I know a few things about force fields.
Be quiet, Tasha.
Having trouble? You do know that we could have Tholians swarming us any minute, right?
Be quiet, Tasha.
I thought we took care of everything. Starfleet Protocol 547C clearly states...
I don't think the Tholians have heard of Protocol 547C.
Thank you, Castile.
Captain, I'm detecting Tholian mesh weavers headed for our position.
Understood.
Tholian orb weavers on an interception. Tholian recluses moving into weapons range there. I recommend evasive action. Tholian tarantula on sensor. Ship just appeared out of nowhere and destroyed that Tholian tarantula. I've never seen a ship of that.
We took a hit. Phasers are partially offline. Looks like you could use some help. The way is clear, and the temporal anomaly has been stabilized. Head for the anomaly, Enterprise. It will put you back where you need to be.
Who are you? How do you know where we need to be?
That's my job. The details aren't important. Restoring the timeline is. Get moving. The Tholians are already starting to regroup.
Thanks for your help. Setting a course now. I better take care of these near universe things, that is. Where am I? What am I doing here?
I'm sure you've realized by now, you're part of a very different timeline. This one is an aberration that we are here to correct. It would be irresponsible of us to let you go back in time with the Enterprise C, and compromise that timeline as well.
What are you going to do with me then?
We'll send you back to your time. There are still some very important events in the 25th century that you need to be a part of.
So how do I get back?
As soon as the Enterprise C returns to its correct place in history, the timeline should right itself.
And right itself it did. That's strange. I thought I had something on sensors, but it's gone. Everything is quiet. No Tholians or other ships within range. The anomaly Starfleet Command wanted us to investigate isn't here either. We can depart the system on your orders. Let's get out of here. There wasn't anything there? That's strange. Yes, I know. And now reset all my traits. Now it's time for Once and a Future Agent. Jolan True, Admiral, I'm Sub-Commander Kaya, a temporal agent working to keep the timeline intact and secure. You've been identified to me as a brave and capable officer. We could use your assistance on a mission critical nature. Due to the sensitive nature of the mission, I cannot discuss it over subspace transmission. If you can speak with me on the flotilla, I can tell you more if I'm in the observation lounge. Understood. Okay, now I gotta remember where to go. There we are. Thank you for coming, Admiral. You've been contacted by Daniels, one of our agents in the 31st century. It is his job to monitor the timeline for problems and to restore order in a case of any temporal disruptions. There's been an incursion in the 23rd century and Daniels would like your help in dealing with it. If you're willing to meet with him, he can explain the situation in more detail. Very well, I'll hear what he has to say.
Thank you for coming. My name is Daniels. In case you're wondering, this is a temporal observatory. From here, I can monitor the time stream against any incursions. We've become aware of several temporal incidents led by rogue Nakul agents. They've been using a new form of time travel that we can't detect. We were unaware of their activities until we started noticing changes in the time stream. The latest of these changes happened in the 23rd century at the Galorndon core system. We believe the Nakul are involved, along with a planet killer, a doomsday machine. If that's the case, we need to stop them, at all costs. I know I can count on you to go back in time with me and preserve the timeline.
Jolan True.
Alright, let's do the core of the matter.
We've detected significant temporal activity in the Galorndon core system, circa the 23rd century. I'm going to investigate it, and I'd like you to join me. We believe the Nakul are involved, along with a planet killer, a doomsday machine. If so, we need to stop them at all costs. I'll provide your ship with holographic camouflage. It's best if the Romulans of that time don't see a vessel from the future.
Understood.
Stay safe out there.
We've arrived, Admiral. The holographic camouflage that Daniels provided is online. As far as the Romulans at this time are concerned, we are Talis-class warbird. Excellent work, Daniels.
Thank you. I've also transmitted files that will establish your cover identity as Tal Shiar security operatives. You'll need to put this data into their local network before entering the research facility, however. There's a comms satellite nearby that you can use to accomplish this.
Understood. Data transmission complete. Our Tal Shiar credentials are in their system and should withstand scrutiny. I suspect a fair amount of fear and loathing from their staff, Admiral. Unannounced visits from the Tal Shiar are exactly a cause for celebration. Let's hope the Tal Shiar's reputation keeps us above suspicion. Doomsday machine on sensors, been active. Recommend a close scan. We'll see.
Tal Shiar vessel, cease all sensor scans of the device immediately. You do not have the proper clearance.
Watch your tone, Nakul. We will respect your wishes for now.
IRW Moreri. This is Galorndon Station Command. Please transmit your security credentials.
Acknowledge Station Command, transmitting now.
Data received, Moreri. Welcome to Galorndon Core. Sending you transporter coordinates now. I've taken the liberty of informing Commander Chulak. I'm sure the Director will want to greet you personally.
Very well, I'm looking forward to it. Moreri out. Any coordinates received, transporter standing by. Let's not keep them waiting. Beam us down.
Doomsday machines seek and destroy planetary bodies, consuming what remains as fuel. And yet, there's one in orbit just sitting there, peacefully. It looks like reports of the Nakul gaining the ability to control the machines are accurate. We need to find out how, and fast. Your holographic disguises should conceal you while you search the facility. Good hunting.
Thanks, we'll need it. Ashley Merwin out. We'll put the planet between the latex union dress and a doomsday machine, just in case. Stay on guard, let me know if that thing even twitches a little.
This area is restricted. You need to leave. Now.
I am a sub-commander of the Tal Shiar. Stand aside.
My orders are clear, Romulan. No one is to pass this point until the meeting is concluded. No one, not even Chulak himself.
You wish you hadn't crossed the Tal Shiar, lackey.
Sub-Commander, it is my duty to inform you that this area is restricted. Sir.
Not me, Centurion. Stand aside. Now.
Yes, Sub-Commander. At once. Forgive my rudeness. Access granted. Let me get the door for you.
Thank you. Your service to the Empire has been noted, Centurion. Sensors indicate the encoded signal of Nakul origins being beamed to the Doomsday machine. It's coming from the chamber of the Nakul we're guarding so intently. According to these logs, whenever the Doomsday machine attempts to engage its primary directives, a signal pulse is beamed to its command core and the machine stops. It appears we're one step closer to learning how they're controlling a Doomsday machine.
Sub-Commander, I've been instructed to grant you access to this facility.
And? Will you obey?
Of course, Sub-Commander. My family is a friend to the Tal Shiar, and loyal to the Empire. Access for you and your team is granted.
Dutiful service to the Empire is always rewarded. Carry on.
dispatched an agent from an alien race known as the Nakul. Repugnant creature, but she's of a keen mind and cunning I can appreciate as a Romulan officer. If only her visage wasn't so hideous. She boasts she has a weapon that will turn the tide in favor of Romulus. An old song, to be sure, but she sings it sweetly. Krog's mysterious backer, the so-called envoy, has made an impression in the right circles of power. We'll see if he can deliver, however. Data on his miracle weapon is due to arrive soon. Those scars, truly hideous. Krog is practically radiant in comparison. My researchers have analyzed the Nakul weapon data. It matches a report we have on an incident in Federation space involving a doomsday machine. If accurate, this weapon destroyed USS Constellation and nearly rid the cosmos of USS Enterprise. It seems Enterprise's thrice-stamped captain exposed a vulnerability in the weapon. I shall have to address this with Krog upon her return. Krog arrives tomorrow, along with her reportedly improved weapon. I believe the envoy will be making an appearance as well. It seems it's the season for guests. If my agents are to be believed, we'll be getting a visit from the Tal Shiar very soon. I'm already suffering the witless bureaucrat from the Senate. To endure the serpents of the secret police is nearly too much to ask of a true Romulan.
I would not put that in your log.
Sub-Commander, if this doomsday weapon lives up to the Nakul woman's boasts, it will ensure the Empire's dominance over the entire quadrant. The Federation and the Klingons will have no choice but to bend the knee to Romulus, or face annihilation.
Perhaps the Tal Shiar does not underestimate our enemies, especially when they are desperate.
Of course. However, even a cornered beast knows when it has lost.
Greetings, Sub-Commander. I knew it was only a matter of time before the fabled Tal Shiar came to call. The Nakul have brought a glorious weapon to your empire. You won't be disappointed. I can assure you.
We have seen our share of doomsday weapon specialists. None have lived up to the title.
This one shall, Sub-Commander. Beyond measure.
Your attention, please. Let's begin, shall we? We thank Specialist Krog of Nakul for joining us. We have concerns about the dangers involved with this weapon.
You have nothing to fear from the machine, my friend.
Would you be so confident if you were here, Envoy?
Utterly so, Commander. Soon, the Doomsday Machine will bring our foes to their knees.
Bold words, Envoy. We shall see, won't we?
It would seem a demonstration is in order. See to it, Krog.
As you wish. Shall we, Commander?
Very well. Show me what this beast of yours can do.
It will be my pleasure.
Enjoy the show, interloper. They are using holographic disguises. Guards, deal with them.
I don't suppose we can talk about this. Okay. So much for the Nakul. My cool equipment is safely on board. We're ready to beam you out of there now. Energize.
We're trying to get our computer to interface with that Nakul control console, but their tech is quite advanced. I need at least 5 minutes to integrate it.
You've got 2 with an enemy fleet and a live Doomsday machine out there.
One more thing. Sensors indicate the Doomsday machine has been modified. Hark Peng torpedoes won't work against it, should it come down to fighting it.
Right, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Your uninvited guests will make a fine target for the weapon, Chulak.
The Doomsday machine is about to open fire!
Nice dodge. Keep it up.
Targeting us again. We need to move.
That was close. Almost got this console working. Control codes. Activating shutdown protocol. Now.
Target's shields have failed.
Something is wrong. It's not working.
It's firing indiscriminately.
Enough! It's only a matter of time before that thing destroys the planet! All ships, destroy the Doomsday weapon and the cool ships! Now!
The fabled Romulan vessels at last. You'll regret this, Romulan.
Romulan attack wave. Fire torpedoes into that thing's fall. All ships, protect the planet from that machine at all costs. Yes, the Nakul ship is about to be food for the beast. That should end it. Wait! What's happening? The machine! It's on a collision course! No! No!
And that's how it became a wasteland. As you wish, Commander. Daniels would like you to meet him on his ship once we transition back to the 25th century. Let him know I'll be there shortly.
The Nakul ship must have detonated within the Doomsday Machine. Disrupted it somehow. This must feel like a Pyrrhic victory at best, too.
What? Daniels, your face.
An occupational hazard, I'm afraid. I'll be fine. What matters is that Chulak and his allies would have killed billions had their plan succeeded. Instead, his life is a cautionary tale, forever disgraced by his loss here today. We stopped them this time, at great cost. Clearly, the Nakul and their leader, this envoy, are willing to do anything to win this war, even commit genocide. It's unfortunate that Chulak didn't stand up to the Nakul sooner. It might have prevented this tragedy today.
Alright, and that is the end of the stream. Everybody have a good evening, and I'll talk to you guys next time.